Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 2 of the Mae Young Classic. We are here in Full Sail University, the former home of NXT, packed to the gills here for some women's action. And our main event, Becky Lynch makes her return against Naomi, but now the third match of round 1 will see Natalya, the Queen of Hearts, take on Riott of the Riott Squad. And Natalya, along with Mickie James, who saw last week during episode 1 of the Mae Young Classic, they're the veterans in this competition. They're the veterans in this tournament. They've been in WWE. They've been in a WWE ring for years. 10 years plus for Natalya. And Natalya, she definitely has the edge over most of the competitors in the Mae Young Classic, but just like what happened to Mickie James last week, it may not come full circle for Natalya. If at least Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan of the Riott Squad have something to say about it, and here they are in all black. Liv Morgan on the very left, Sarah Logan on the right, and Riott in the middle. And the Riott Squad, they caused havoc in NXT, and now they're planning to cause havoc in the Mae Young Classic. And you know, Riott, she definitely has unfinished business with the current women's champion Asuka, who's going through some stuff right now on Raw and SmackDown against the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. But this is not about the Iconics and Asuka. It's about the Mae Young Classic. It's about who's gonna face the women's champion at WrestleMania. You gotta go through 15 other women to get your spot at WrestleMania to take on Asuka or Billie Kay or Peyton Royce. We really don't know. And Riott now gonna play mind games, just like the Iconics did to Asuka this past week on SmackDown. And now Riott and the Riott Squad has her gang behind her back here. Gonna play mind games on the veteran Natalya, collar and elbow tie up. Natalya, the veteran, pushes Riott into the ropes here. And Riott, she's playing keen to her name. Causing Riott's a clothesline, the rebellious attitude of Riott and her Riott Squad. And now Natalya stomping away at the chest. And these two women are polar opposites of each other. Natalya, she's the veteran. She is the disciplined one in the ring, while Riott is the young upstart. She's the rebellious upstart. She has the gang watching her back at all times as Natalya brings Riott down. And both Riott and Natalya have had shots against Asuka for the championship, for the NXT Women's Championship, before that title got merged with the WWE Women's title, and a beautiful Hurricane Rana DDT by Riott. And Riott now going to use her head as a weapon. Headbutt right to Natalya. Remember, Riott, she challenged Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship at NXT TakeOver New Orleans, the final NXT TakeOver. And now Riott tried to go for something, but Natalya countered. Beautiful neck breaker. The ravishing Rick Rude will be proud of Natalya's work. And now Natalya showing her strength. Pretty much deadlifting Riott from her hair there. And a drop kick right to the back of the head. And this match is going to be very physical. I know these two, I've watched these two for years. And a German suplex. What a German suplex by Natalya. She's showing her skills. She's showing her presence here in this Mae Young Classic. Will she be able to make it? And as you know, kick right to the side of the head. Riott, girl's got talent. She's got skill. It's just the fact that she uses Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan to do her dirty work isn't really that redeemable. And now Riott Gotta go for that Hurricane Rana spiked. DDT spiked Natalya's head on the mat. The shoulders are down here. Natalya in trouble and a kick out. And look at this. A chair's been thrown into the ring by one of the members of the Riott Squad. And the referee doesn't know it yet. Ruby Riott is stomping on the chair, making sure the referee doesn't catch eye of it. Now he has, ironically. And now, oh, what a forearm. Right to the face. And over the top goes Ruby Riott. Over the top goes the patriarch of the Riott Squad. If I can even say she's a patriarch. Oh, cuts her down. Does Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott cutting Natalya down. And now going to throw her back and forth into the guardrail, but Natalya sees it coming, and this fight is being taken to the outside, and oh, here we go. Sarah Logan getting into the face of Natalya. On a drop kick by Ruby Riott. Sarah Logan allows Ruby Riott to take control once again in this contest. And now, Ruby Riott on the second rope. Beautiful snap suplex. Beautiful snap suplex with the extra leverage. Oh, and the spine-shattering kick. That kick right to the back of the neck. And Natalya's now in real big trouble. But I spoke too soon. And now, Natalya, beautiful missile drop kick. What a missile drop kick by Natalya. Missile drop kick by Natalya. And now Liv Morgan's trying to argue with our official here. Trying to argue with Natalya. And she's going to allow Ruby Riott to get back to her feet. Oh, I thought Natalya learned from her mistakes. But Ruby Riott was just too quick. And now, shoulders down. Natalya in trouble. And a kick out at 2.5. Kick out at 2.5. And Natalya blasts Ruby Riott. Blast Ruby Riott. What a bridging. Butterfly suplex. And Natalya, she might have the upper hand here. Might have it. Beautiful. Falcon's arrow, but it doesn't matter because the Riott Squad are on the apron. Liv Morgan on the apron. And you know that they were going to come into play. Liv Morgan distracting the official, distracting Natalya, but now Ruby Riott couldn't recover fast enough. Oh, I spoke too soon. And Riott now. Oh, sunset flip. The sunset flip powerbomb. Shoulders are down and a shoulder up. Natalya survives during this Mae Young Classic. Who's going to advance? The winner of this match faces the winner of our main event in round 2. And over the top goes Ruby Riott. She landed hard on her shoulder. She might have a separated shoulder from that fall. And oh, just going to throw her right into the barricade here. And now Natalya. Riott's being protected by Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. And the Riott Squad. They pounce on you. They're like a pack of wolves. Is Ruby Riott and her gang. Ruby Riott back into the ring. Oh, what a forearm. And another stiff forearm by Ruby Riott. Riott with the strikes. Try to go for that drop kick, but nobody home. Collar and elbow tie up. Oh, and Natalya uses Ruby Riott's momentum against her here. Small package, and a kick out. Kick out by Ruby Riott. Riott survives. Knee to the gut. Oh my goodness. A natty by nature. Clothesline. And look at Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan getting involved here. Sarah Logan getting involved. Sarah Logan distracting the official, and the Riott Squad are really showing themselves to be nuisances to the referee here. And now Natalya talking trash, but she's hit in the face with that forearm by Ruby Riott. And if Ruby Riott plays her cards right, she might just make it all the way to the finals. But what an alley-oop! Alley-oop reverse powerbomb, and now Natalya's looking to finish it. made famous by her Uncle Bret Hart. Sharpshooter, 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 center of the ring. Sharpshooter. Ruby Riott's gonna submit here. No, Ruby Riott able to get out. Ruby Riott able to get out of that. Get out of the sharpshooter. Could have ended really badly for Ruby Riott and her Riott Squad. And now, Ruby Riott throws Natalya into the corner. Oh, look at that counter. Oh! Just smashes Natalya's face right into that turnbuckle. And now Ruby Riott's looking to finish it. And wait a minute. Liv Morgan is distracting the official. And Ruby Riott. Oh, come on. And I knew it. I didn't want to say it, but I knew this was going to happen. I don't think the official sees it. I don't think the official sees the exposed turnbuckle. Oh, my goodness. Face first goes Natalya. And the Riott kick. Face first on the exposed turnbuckle. Shoulders are down. Ruby Riott advances to the second round of the Mae Young Classic with the help of Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. Ruby Riott unhooked that turnbuckle pad, the exposed turnbuckle, and it allowed Ruby Riott to take advantage. And she advances to the second round of the NYC. Ruby Riott advances. And ladies and gentlemen, next week on episode 3 of the Mae Young Classic, Bianca Belair returns as she takes on Nia Jax. And that is going to be a battle for sure. And ladies and gentlemen, as well as that, Alexa Bliss takes on the returning Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is returning back from a concussion she suffered when she last defended that women's championship. Very stern words from the goddess Alexa Bliss. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event of this episode of the Mae Young Classic. Who is going to face Ruby Riott in the second round of the NYC? Will it be Naomi or will it be the returning Becky Lynch? And Naomi, we haven't seen much of Naomi recently, but Naomi, she sure as hell has made the grind. She grinded her way to this tournament. She grinded her way here. And she's going to continue to grind. Naomi is sure as hell a worthy contender. In my opinion, she's underrated. One of the most underrated performers on the roster. Both men and women's rosters. And Naomi has the opportunity to silence a former women's champion, to put away a former women's champion in Becky Lynch. And if she does that, well, she advances to the second round and possibly could win the entire Mae Young Classic. We've already seen Kairi Sane advance. We've already seen Ember Moon advance. And recently we've seen Ruby Riott advance. And now it's either Naomi or Becky. And is she here? Yes, she is. Becky Lynch is here in the flesh. The man, the former WWE Women's Champion, is back. After that Shayna Baszler attack, and we saw Shayna Baszler last week, Shayna Baszler told Stephanie McMahon that, you know that I'm better. You know that I can destroy everybody in this tournament. That's the reason you didn't put me in it. And Shayna Baszler made a real ominous message to the locker room in the back, to everyone in that tournament, including these two women right here, especially that woman right there, Becky Lynch. That's why Becky Lynch has that tape around her knee. And it kind of confirms what Shayna Baszler said last week on Raw about her tearing the MCL of Becky Lynch. Something is up with Becky Lynch's knee after that Kirifuda clutch that Shayna Baszler likes to call it. And now the chain wrestling between Naomi and Becky Lynch brings her down, and Becky Lynch, maybe she may struggle in this matchup here due to that knee, but looks like she hasn't missed a beat. Becky Lynch looks like she hasn't skipped a beat at all. Stalemate between Naomi and Becky Lynch, and now Naomi saying, bring it on. Naomi telling Becky Lynch to bring it on. And try to go for that right hand, but Naomi claps back. And look at Naomi with the kicks. Oh, those afterglow kicks right to the ribs. And then the last one to the face of Becky Lynch. Oh, Becky Lynch with a counter kick right to the face of Naomi. And this match is going to be real physical. Two physical performers. And Becky Lynch and Naomi, and a German suplex doesn't release. Oh no, clothesline turns. Naomi inside out, and it may be it. It may be over. Shoulders are down here. Naomi's done. No, she's not. Naomi survives that German suplex clothesline combo. And now Becky Lynch. Those stereo leg drops. And now the knife edge chops coming through. Like I said earlier, we haven't seen much of Naomi, but Naomi is trying to make her way through, trying to grind her way through this Mae Young Classic, trying to earn her spot in the main event of WrestleMania for the women at least. And now, and more of those kicks by Naomi. Oh, and another kick to the face. And Becky Lynch, she has to be stunned. You don't take a hard kick to the face lightly. And Naomi now dancing, showing that she has this match in the bag, showing that she's taking control. The confidence of Naomi is soaring through Full Sail University. Oh, but Becky Lynch with that knee. And now the European uppercut, but Naomi bounces back. And every piece of offense that Becky Lynch has thrown out so far, Naomi's had a counter to it. Naomi's had an answer to it. And this doesn't bode well for the last kicker, Becky Lynch. And now Becky counters. Becky with an elbow right to the jaw. Caught Naomi right on the jaw. And now gonna stomp a mud hole with the good foot. With the good leg. And you know Shayna Baszler has to be watching this match. Becky Lynch was heavily advertised for this episode of the Mae Young Classic. And now grabbing the arms is Becky Lynch. Lynch is grabbing the arm, pulling at the arms here. Pulling at the arms. Naomi showing her athleticism. Oh! Stiff elbow right to the face. And there goes Becky Lynch. And I'm surprised that Naomi didn't try to take out the legs of Becky Lynch so far. Because that is clearly a target. That big wad of tape is definitely a target for Becky Lynch. And now Lynch is staggering. But oh my God, missile drop kick from the top rope to the outside. What a huge missile drop kick by Naomi. And she stuck the landing. Did Naomi as well. And now, oh, kick to the gut by Becky Lynch. Lynch misses that one. Tries to go for the Stone Cold Stunner, but no. Naomi pushes her off. Naomi pushed her off on her shoulders. Kick right to the head. Kick right to the head. And Becky Lynch is staggering. Naomi sure as hell did her homework. Naomi has come to play. And a drop kick. Blast Naomi. blast Naomi. Oh, what a suplex there by Becky Lynch. Shoulders are down, leg is hooked here, and a kick out. And Becky Lynch is going to argue with our official. He's already been through the ringer with the Riott Squad earlier tonight. And now, Naomi rolls out of the ring. Smart strategy by Naomi. She saw Becky Lynch get on to the higher district. Oh, but look at this. Naomi going for the other knee here. Naomi's going for the other knee. Going for the other knee of Becky Lynch. She knows the knee is already hurt. She knows that knee already is hurt. She's going to take out the other one. And what a drop kick. Right into the apron by Naomi. And Naomi, she's saying that she's done. She's saying, I've made it. I made it to the second round. Becky Lynch crawling around, trying to gain her bearings here. After that drop kick, her back landed right onto that LED board. And she goes back into the ring. Back into the ring goes Becky Lynch, but she can't take all this offense. Naomi has the arm breaker. And can she make Becky Lynch tap out, the woman who has the disarmer in her arsenal? Roll through by Becky Lynch. Roll through by Becky Lynch. Lynch sees it coming, and oh, look at this, showing a little bit of her mixed martial arts background. Giving Shayna Baszler the finger with this triangle lock here. But Naomi, oh my God, on the right to the face. Those hard closed punches to the face of Becky Lynch. Shoulders are down here following that Northern Lights, and a kick out by the man. And Becky Lynch, sure as hell, going through a fight with Naomi here. And Naomi, what a senton, no! She landed hard on the outside. Landed hard on the outside, did Naomi. She's getting back to her feet. Showing that no resolve. But what an exploder suplex by Becky Lynch. I'm surprised Lynch is able to do that with her knee. Not in a good place right now. And now the kick to that knee. Kick to that knee. Kick to the knee. And another kick to the knee. Another kick to the knee by Naomi. And oh no. Oh my God. Landed right on her head from that pile driver. And now Naomi has that knee bent. Could tear the MCL even more. I'm surprised that Becky Lynch is even competing here tonight. But the doctors cleared the man, and she's sure as hell gonna fight. Rolled through. And that stereotype of Irish people wanting to fight reigns true through Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, oh, what a right by Naomi. What a right to Naomi by Becky Lynch, and what a kick to the head. Kick to the head, and Becky Lynch bounces back with that lariat. Almost took Naomi's head off with that clothesline. What a clothesline by Becky Lynch. And she dumps Naomi out of the ring. And oh no, what is the man doing? Oh, through the middle rope, the suicide dive. But did that suicide dive do more damage to Becky than Naomi? Oh, throws her to those steel steps. And these people in Full Sail yelling, "This is awesome." What a physical main event this has been. Who's gonna face Ruby Riott in the second round? Who's gonna make it to the second round? And Becky Lynch lifts up Naomi. Another Beck-sploder. Beck-sploder suplex. Beck-sploder. Beck-sploder by Becky Lynch. And now Lynch hooks her in again. Another Beck-sploder. Another Beck-sploder suplex. And now Becky Lynch, she's reeling. Hooks her in. Omega Driver. The Omega Driver by Becky Lynch. Becky advances to the second round. And Becky Lynch has a date with Ruby Riott in the second round of the Mae Young Classic. And Naomi, she sure as hell came to play. Sure as hell brought all her cards to the table. But it just wasn't enough. And Becky Lynch hit that Omega driver on Naomi, and you could count to 1,000,000. You're not getting up after that. And Becky Lynch, despite the knee, despite the taped up knee, despite the target on her legs, she still manages to advance to the second round of this tournament. Congratulations to Becky Lynch, and oh, and speak of the devil, Shayna Baszler. Oh my God, Becky Lynch just gave Shayna Baszler the finger. And ladies and gentlemen, we're out of time.